Richard Chada and Ali Fazal are planning to take the nat on this date. If the report are to be believed, Ali Fazal and Richard Chada may be man and wife by mid-April. Report state that Richard and Ali will throw 3 reception party, one in Delhi, one in Lucknow and the other in Mumbai. Richard Chada and Ali Fazal have been dating for almost 5 years now. The two lovebirds have been just growing stronger with each passing day. The two were recently spotted stealing that from their busy schedules to spend some quality time together. Now, whenever celebs date, there is always a question of a wedding in the minds of front. And so it was in Richa and Ali's case as well. Report of Ali and Richa planning to take the nat this year have surfaced. And guess what, if the report are to be believed, Ali Fazal and Richa Chada may be man and wife by mid-April. A per a source, after discussion with their families, the couple is looking at tying the knot in mid-April in Delhi. The ceremony will apparently be on April 15, which will be an intimate affair. It will be followed by a court marriage and a reception. Celebrity weddings are always fun. And if it's a per Indian tradition, you can expect preparations in full swing in year. Advance in the list. The report further said that the two will take the nat in Delhi and will throw a reception as well. A day are Bollywood celebrities expect a wedding reception for the fraternity in the maximum city as well. Report state that Richa and Ali will throw 3 reception party, one in Delhi, one in Lucknow and the other in Mumbai. Ali and Richa's families are from Lucknow and Delhi, respectively, and they want all of them to be a part of their joyful day. The Lucknow reception will be on April 18. The reception in Mumbai will be for close friends and the date for which Asha has not been locked yet. Ali and Richa have been checking out venue. In all likelihood, they will choose April 21 for Mumbai reception, the source further added. Remarque taken out of context, respect plurality, Waris Passanon 15 crore can outweigh sans statement. A day after all India majorité adul muslimin, Emim, leader Waris Patan s video in which he can be heard telling the crowd that the 15 crore can outweigh the 100 went viral, the Maharashtra MLHS issued a clarification saying his statements were taken out of context and that neither he nor his party support anything that creates a divide between people. In a media statement, Passan wrote, I am a proud Indian and respect the plurality of this country. But yes, I am angry just like many other Indians, who believe in the constitution of this country, the sheer neglect by the government in addressing the issue concerning CANRC and NPA against which people have been protesting across the country in a democratic way. Addressing an anti-CAA rally in Karnataka's Kalaburagi region, Passan purportedly said, Ikata Arok shall napadega, Azadi leni padeji orgie o cheese magne se narin milti, usko shinke lena padega yebiad rakna, umko bola mabeno kao agebej die, habito sirf chernia berer nikli rainor tumar pasin chougaye, samayelo agar log satmaina agaye tokierog, 15 crore rain le 15 en que par bari rain, yadrak lena yebat, we have to take freedom, and when you don't get something by asking for it, you have to snatch it, they said we put the women in front, only the tigress came out and you have started sweating, imagine what would happen if all of us came along, we are 15 crore buée et vie on 100 crore, point. In the media statement, Passan also added that the remark has been quoted out of context by the media. I hereby wish to reiterate that he can never say anything intentionally or unintentionally that hurts the sentiment of any caste, community or gender. Neither me nor my party support anything that creates a divide between people. J.ind. Slamming the remarks, the BJP's Karnataka unit tweeted, riding behind children and women, legends are seeking Azadi. What more Azadi do they want? Aren't they enjoying every kind of Azadi since 1947? Waris Passan and other leader of Emim should come out of their Aurangzeb's world. These threats don't work in New India. Not sure in bag, but different spot for talks, SC mediators say dialogue not possible at protest site. A talks between the Supreme Court appointed interlocutors and Sherin Bag protesters over to vacate the road made Little Red Way on Thursday, the third round is likely to be held at a different location on Friday. Source have told India Today that mediators want a more neutral location to hold talks with the Sherinbag protesters with no media present. The location of the new venue for the third round of dialogue, however, is not yet known. Senior lawyer Sanjay Rej, one of the mediators appointed by the Supreme Court had earlier told India Today that they did not want to stand on a platform and talk to protesters at Sherinbag. Rej said speaking from the stage to protesting women was akin to giving sermon. The head of talks between interlocutors and Sherinbag protesters made little headway on Thursday as the anti-CAA agitators remained firm on continuing with their sitting at the seat. They told the interlocutors that once the Citizenship Amendment Act and National Register of Citizens are rolled back, they will not only vacate the road but also clean it. Sanjay Rej and Saznara Matchendran, the appointed interlocutors on Thursday said they not willing to start the discussion in the presence of media. When protesters managed to convince the interlocutors to let the media cover the proceedings, a media personnel remarked them. The interlocutors subsequently asked the media to leave the tent where discussions were on. On Monday, the Supreme Court observed that the blockade of the road at Sherinbag was troubling and suggested the protesters go to another seat where no public place would be blockaded. It, however, upheld their right to protest. The SC also asked Rej to play a constructive role as an interlocutor to persuade the protesters to move to an alternative seat. It said the interlocutors could seek for bureaucrat Wajaha Habibulah's assistance. Kunal Ganjawala, Amoke being the voice of adult pop love songs. Back in 2004, Kunal Ganjawala's Senche as Beijont tear in the film Murder became a nationwide rage, and the singer became an overnight sensation. He followed it up with many more hits including Yahar Kaumen, after which he became the voice of adult pop love songs in movies. He says he is comfortable with that. He says he finds singing a sensual song tough. There is always that fear of you can overdo the thing, or if you are too shy or not comfortable, then you underplay it. He got Yahar Kaumen, which is again a sensuous song. Actors Nera Zupia and Sonu Sood were in the video. He suddenly became that voice for so to say adult songs, and adult does not mean sexy. It means sensual. It means not bubblegum pop, Kunal told IANS. He suddenly became voice for adult pop love songs in movies. I am okay with that. I am comfortable with that, he added. Talking about his ultimate sensuous song Beijont Tear, which not only put the spotlight on him but also on actors Amran Rashmi and Malika Sherawat, who featured in its video, Kunal said, he was not the original singer for Beijont Tear. Mukesh, but he wanted someone else to sing it. It was composed Anu Malik who made it all happen. Kunal was called to the studio to record the song. He got only one opportunity to sing this song. He sang it in one take and he was called in a very hush way. Anuji said he raised the tune, go quickly on the mic. He assumed that he had confidence in me with what he was gonna do, he recalled. Kunal recalls how he prayed to God before singing the song. Then, murder producer Mukesh battered it and told the singer, you have created magic. You were not my original voice but I am very happy with what I have heard. Back then, Kunal, who accidentally became a singer, didn't realize that my life was going to change after Beijont Tear. The man who belted out Random Sonio went on to sing for movies like Kaal, Kiakul Rayum, Salam Nemesti and Krish. Now, the chain VE Garage AVE is back with a new song Piar qui barish a non-film number 4 Apeksha Music. It has lyrics and music by Faraz Ahmed. It's a nice song. He was just coming out of my sabbatical, last year. He had also recorded Panipat song also, he said. At a time when music videos are all about the singer's voice and face, Piar qui barish video has actors Manish Raisinghan and Alexius McLeod in it. He knew that Manish was gonna be in the video. He liked him as an actor. He has a spark in him. He has a body language which is very cool. He was anyway not intending to push my way to be in the video because that was not the concept, said Kunal. Eventually when he will do his own project, with him as a composer too, he will feature in those videos, he shared. When you'll do something, it will be different from what has been presented. It may still be romantic or pop, it will definitely be different. When you will hear my music which will be produced by me, recorded by me, maybe written by me, but definitely composed by me, you will get to see a very different part of me I promised. Steven Spielberg's daughter Michaela announces career in the adult industry. Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw's daughter Michaela has announced her career as an adult entertainer, The Sun reported. In an interview with the publication, the 23-year-old said that she has started self-producing adult videos and wants to land a job as a stripper after she obtains her sex worker license. Michaela Spielberg, who has chosen the stage name Sugar Star, was adopted by Steven and Kate in 1996. She told the publication that her parents were intrigued, but not upset by her choice. She told The Sun, "I've always been a very sexually natured person, which has gotten me in trouble before. Not in a predatory way, but just in the sense that people here in the South might not yet be comfortable with that. My main hope is just that I get somewhere lucrative enough to where I'm not tied down financially by things. And then I can really start saying to people there is nothing wrong with me using my body in a way that feels comfortable to support myself. I can't stay dependent on my parents or even the state for that matter, not that there is anything wrong with that, it just doesn't feel comfortable for me. This isn't like an end of the road or even it bottom choice. This is a positive, empowering choice. I realized there is no shame in having a fascination with this industry and wanting to do something that is safe, sane, consensual," Michaela shared. Michaela Spielberg admitted that she was struggling with alcoholism but is in a better place now. "I'm in a good place right now, but we all have relapse. Being open in this way and sharing my story and choosing this career is not a relapse for me. I actually feel very grounded and validated right now," Michaela told The Sun. She has previously been quite open with her mental health issues including borderline personality disorder. Michaela also admitted to being abused by predators in her growing up years but pointed out that those men were not from her family or her circle of friends but outsiders. Michaela Spielberg also spoke about her parents Steven Spielberg and Kate Capshaw in the interview with The Sun. She said, "My safety has always been a number one priority for them. I'm doing this, not out of an urge to hurt anybody or be spiteful about it, I'm doing this because I want to honor my body in a way that is lucrative." She added, "They are some of the least spiteful people I know. I love them so deeply.